Some cruise rules are changing, some new fees are being added, and a few travel warnings could affect your next cruise. And we have one cruise line that is quietly making changes to what you can and cannot bring on board. Hi there, I'm Ilana from the website lifewellcruise.com. Welcome back to my channel. Well, we've got some new cruise rules again and some new travel changes. And I have to say, thankfully, we also have some good news if you are a frequent cruiser of one particular cruise line. And we have some bittersweet news for anybody who is a Carnival fan. Now, I'm going to get right into these cruise news and updates that you're going to want to know starting from this month. But before I do, I did want to mention that if you like this video, if you find it helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, then please do give this video a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let's get started. Cruise cabin door decoration rule changes and crackdowns. Now, this is not a ban. However, we do have two cruise lines who have updated their rules of what you cannot do when it comes to decorating your cruise cabin door. So let's start with Royal Caribbean. They have updated their rules to say that you cannot decorate your door with any lithium-powered lights, cover the peephole, anything that could pose a fire hazard, and you cannot touch the door frame. So in other words, you can decorate the door itself, but you cannot decorate the area around this, and you cannot hang up like Christmas lights or anything like that. Now, the good news is that the cruise line has suggested that you could use magnetic door decorations, which I think is what most people are doing nowadays anyway. Oh, and a little reminder regarding the door decorations, and the cruise line does point this out, they're not responsible for monitoring the door decorations. Sometimes there's a little bit of drama when it comes to the door decorations, and it has to do with these Scrabble letters or even some of those note boards. It can happen. Sometimes people late at night, they might end up taking those Scrabble letters and they might maybe write a swear word or something like that. If this is something that would really bother you, don't bring that kind of magnet door decoration on your cruise. Now, please let me know if you've ever seen this before on a cruise. Let me know down in the comments below. Disney Cruise Line. Now, they have also updated their rules about the door decorations, and you can still decorate your door, but apparently on Disney, it actually has been a bit of a thing that some people are extremely enthusiastic, and the cruise line has said no, they just can't do it anymore. So you cannot decorate the entire wall, you cannot decorate the ceiling, you cannot put up twinkling lights, you cannot put up any musical or noisy door decorations, so stick to the door only and nothing that would cause damage. And by the way, they do say that if any guest does cause damage to the door or the wall, they could be fined up to $100. All right, I'm going to get back to Disney a little bit later and some new rules on that cruise line, as well as other cruise line rules. But I did want to talk about a travel advisory, and this has to do with biometric border checks that are happening in Europe. So if you are taking a Mediterranean cruise or any cruise or traveling to Europe or from Europe, the airlines are actually letting people know, make sure that you arrive early to the airport because that is causing delays. The luggage tag scam warning. Now, if you are taking a flight, this is something that you'll want to know about because you do want to make sure that you protect your bags. Now, apparently, this is happening at the Toronto airport where some corrupt workers were found to be switching bag tags with the intent of smuggling drugs. Now, the idea is that they have a bag with substances and they put a traveler's tag on that while taking the traveler's bag under their ID. Now, once at the final destination, the bag is switched, but if it's intercepted in the meantime, you're actually the one on the hook. So here's how to protect yourself. You'll want to put a tracking device in your luggage just so that you can keep an eye on it. But the other thing, and it's pretty simple, you want to take a photo of it. You'll take a photo at the airport, but take a photo at home of the items that are inside. Now, while we're talking about travel and scams, we should talk about another risk to travelers, the open Wi-Fi networks in cruise ports and airports. They are not always secure, which is where the sponsor of today's video, NordVPN, comes in. When I'm traveling, especially through airports, hotels, and cruise ports, I use NordVPN. It helps protect my connection on public Wi-Fi, and it gives me peace of mind when I'm logging into my email, my banking, or other travel accounts. These networks are open, shared with hundreds of people, And it's also easy for scammers to set up fake Wi-Fi networks that look legit and quietly capture your data. Now, this is where NordVPN makes a huge difference. NordVPN encrypts your internet traffic, basically putting everything that you do online into a private protected tunnel. So even if you do connect to a sketchy Wi-Fi network in port or at the airport, scammers can't intercept your information, see what you're doing, or grab your passwords. Their Threat Protection Pro feature also helps block fake websites, phishing links, and malicious ads. NordVPN adds an extra layer of protection in situations where most people don't realize they're vulnerable. Now, NordVPN has an amazing offer for my viewers. Get 4 extra months free on a 2-year plan at nordvpn.com/lifewellcruised. And it's risk-free with their 30-day money-back guarantee. All right, now for a new rule that I'm really not happy about, and this is on Costa Cruises. But my concern always is when one cruise line does something, is it going to trickle over to other cruise lines? And I really hope not, but let me tell you about it. So Costa Cruises, for anybody who brings food back from the buffet as an example to their cabin, they are subject to a €60 cleaning fee, or about $70 US. And if you're like me, I don't want to pay even $1 for bringing food back from the buffet to my cabin. But they are saying that people should not do this. People should eat food in like the food eating areas. And according to Fox News, a Costa spokesperson did say on a limited number of specific sailings, onboard communication was shared as a preventative and deterrent measure in line with our existing policies to encourage guests to have responsible behavior. Costa Cruises remains committed to ensuring a high-quality, safe, and enjoyable experience for all guests on board. Now, some people who've sailed with Costa Cruises actually say that they applaud this because they don't like seeing people leaving dirty plates and food and glasses along the hallways and stairways. And this might be something that was happening. But still, other cruise passengers say that if the buffet is not open 24 hours or at least very late, they don't like the idea that they can't have food or drinks when they want it if they are hungry or thirsty. And others say, what happens when there's not enough room to actually sit at the buffet tables? Sometimes they like to bring their food back to the room where they can sit quietly and not worry about having to get a table. Now, by the way, I do want to mention that Costa does have room service, so you can still order that, but it is not free. It is included for anybody in a suite or in premium cabins. Now, I am curious what you think about this rule. Please let me know down in the comments below. Disney new room service fee. Now, we actually have a couple of changes from Disney, so I'm going to list the others in just a minute, and that has to do with what you can and cannot bring on board. But first, what is happening with Disney Cruise Line and a room service fee? Well, on Disney Adventure only, they now do have a $5 room service delivery charge. Now, I'm not sure why it's only on Disney Adventure. Embarkation Day wine change. Now, when it comes to the alcohol that you can bring on board Disney, they were actually much more relaxed before, and they've updated this rule. So if you are sailing with Disney, you are allowed to bring 1 bottle of wine per person, down from 2 or 6 beer. Now, if you are somebody who likes to bring a selfie stick on board, or any sort of large tripod, let's say, they are actually not banned. But what Disney is saying is outside of your cabin and outside of the port, so in general on the ship, if you do bring any sort of selfie stick, and this includes even an Insta360, and a lot of people have those these days, especially anybody who's creating content, well, the part that sort of sticks out can't be any longer than 18 inches. So in other words, the pole. So if you do have an Insta360, I think it stands to reason that you could just keep that sort of folded down, but you can't have it elongated on the cruise ship. And this could be that during some of the parties and some of the events that it actually was causing a problem. New celebrity loyalty program changes. Now, this is actually good news because Celebrity is actually bringing in some new benefits to Captain's Club members at those higher tiers. Starting June 11th, Celebrity is adding new milestone rewards between Elite Plus and Zenith, plus 2 new recognition levels beyond Zenith, Double Zenith, and Triple Zenith. I am not that high up. The new perks include more premium Wi-Fi minutes, specialty dining discounts, complimentary photos, in-room amenities, and for the highest levels, even specialty dining and a free 7-night Caribbean or Bermuda cruise in a Sky Suite. Now, while this will not affect any of the lower celebrity tiers, existing perks like free laundry benefits, stateroom upgrades, and discounts still apply. Carnival updates. Now, we've got a couple of Carnival updates. One of them is very good, and the other one, I think, well, might be a little bit bittersweet, but I would like to know what you think. So first, relax away at Half Moon Cay. Now, let me know, please, if you are a fan of Half Moon Cay. I just think it's one of the most beautiful private islands, very pristine, very natural. These upgrades are really nice. There's even some new food options, but the integrity of the island, that serene, pristine look that they have, that is going to remain. Carnival Ambassador John Heald, well, his role at Carnival is changing. Now, I just saw this news right before I got ready to record this video, and I really just had to include this. Now, I think anybody, whether you're a Carnival fan or you're just a cruise fan, you've probably enjoyed John Heald and everything that he does on social media, keeping everybody who loves cruising up to date and really entertaining people, and I think doing some really good things for anybody who sails on Carnival. Well, he's still going to be doing a lot of that, but the Facebook page that he runs, well, he's not going to be spending hours every day answering questions there. Now, he does say he's still going to be doing, his 3-minute videos. He's still going to be doing some mini vlogs. But if you do have some questions, what you're going to be able to do is actually ask them through an email, which I do think maybe in some ways might be a little bit better and keep things a little bit more organized. Maybe that's just me, than a Facebook page. But honestly, I think that he's done an amazing job along with Jacinta with that Facebook page and really being so active and answering people's questions over on Facebook. So now it seems like that Facebook page, it is still going to exist, but it's really going to be able to share updates and community-wide answers. And what can be expected from John Heald? Well, apparently he is going to be spending more time with real guest interactions. And I think that is something that people will appreciate. And I have to say, I had the pleasure of sailing when John Heald was on board Carnival Vista. And I saw the hard work that he does, the way he stopped to talk to so many guests and crew members, and I truly wish him the very best in his new role. Now, by the way, if you'd like to keep up to date with my videos, my blog posts, my cruises, and of course my cruise deals, I do have an email newsletter. I will leave the QR code right up here as well as a link down below in the description so that you can sign up to my newsletter. And by the way, I will be coming out with my group cruise news soon, and I would love for you to be the first to know. Now, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Bye for now, and happy cruising.